Michael Morales Torres para Lucha Libre Online y el calce junto a mí directamente desde TNA de Lisboa, Portugal, para el mundo. Killer Kelly llega acá nuevamente, aparte de lo que es Lucha Libre Online, lo que es el calce. Killer Kelly parte de lo que es MK Ultra. Killer, it's an absolute honor to have you back here at Lucha Libre Online. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great. How are you?
All good here in Puerto Rico. Thank you for asking. There's a lot of things happening with you in your career as of lately. I don't know if you already knew this, but Masha Slamovic and yourself are the second longest reigning Knockouts Tag Team Champion, if I'm not mistaken, only succeeded by Eric Young and ODB, which is a male-female tag team. So as two women, obviously you are the longest reigning champions. You defended that title several times against the best tag teams in the world inside TNA. Multiple questions here. First of all, how's been teaming with Masha Slamovic?
Amazing. It's a dream. It's a match made in heaven. Me and Masha are two peas in a pod.
Regarding the tag team titles, what do you recall the night you both won those titles? What was going through your mind at the moment you hold the belt? And at the same time, what was your victory meal that night, if you recall?
Oh my, of course. I always celebrate the same. It's with pizza, always. So that was my victory meal. In the moment, I don't even remember. I feel like me and Masha were just so excited, and as soon as we won, we got pulled to do photo shoots and stuff like that. So we couldn't even like actually like have any emotions. We were just like, okay, let's do these interviews, let's do this photo shoot, blah blah blah, and then we're just like, oh goddamn, we are champions. This is crazy. Very exciting though.
And it happened at a great event. The company changed a lot during the last couple of months. They made a transition from Impact Wrestling, which was a company you made your debut, and now you're on TNA, which was a big part of you, if I'm not mistaken, as well, because you stated at a past interview that one of the people that inspired your career or to follow this pathway was Gail Kim, particularly. You are having the honor or the opportunity to work with her as a producer. How's being working and having the opportunity to learn from someone so experienced and so talented like Gail Kim?
It's still a little bit surreal for me. Like I've been working with Gail for over a year, almost 2 years, and it's still crazy to me that I'm like, oh, I work with Gail Kim. I work with that same person that I watch on WWE TV and TNA. This is crazy. This is like my idol, and I work with her. So every now and then I like pinch myself. I'm like, oh God, I am actually talking with Gail Kim. This is crazy. So it's an honor to work with her and so many other people. Like we're also very fortunate to work with Lance Storm. Like his wrestling mind is just mind-boggling. I can't believe that I work with him, especially because Lance trained my trainer. So I am here because of Lance Storm. So that whole thing is just surreal how everything worked out.
Speaking of brilliant minds, Scott D'Amore, we saw the announcement for the partnership with Lucha Libre AAA. There are a lot of things that are being cooking. We saw the debut of Nick Nemeth. At the same time, we saw people like Saya Brookside, who you knew from previous companies as well, having the opportunity to work with her again. How's been working with Scott, and what are your thoughts on the way he's, developing this brand who at one point many people for some freaking reason considered dead and out of nowhere to many? For the people who has been following the product for the past 4 years, it's been, part of the process, but the company is as hot as it can be. It is an option. It's competition to everyone. What are your thoughts on Scott D'Amore and the way he's been running the company?
Well, I absolutely love Scott and everything that he's doing. He is a great boss. He has a great wrestling mind, and he is definitely putting us back again in the conversation. He resurrected TNA, And now it's up to us, the roster, to show everyone what they've been missing, because we are as good or even better than some companies, and we're gonna prove that. And we're very thankful for Scott, and it's now this new TNA. We're gonna show everyone what they've been missing.
I need to ask this because you're Portuguese, and we spoke this a little bit prior to the interview. In your opinion, who's the best football player of all times?
Come on now, Cristiano Ronaldo, of course.
Cristiano
That's not
Ronaldo
even a question.
is an idol to Portugal itself, now competing at Al Nasser in Saudi Arabia, a person that played for Real Madrid, among many other teams. You have the opportunity to do the same in the wrestling world. Portugal is a beautiful country, great food, great beer for sure. But it's not a place common for professional wrestling. You have the opportunity as a mainstream international superstar to be that pioneer. For these new people that are coming and rising, how does it feel?
Well, it is a great responsibility. Unfortunately, I didn't have anyone to help me out, and that is my number one goal. My number one goal is to help out any single Portuguese wrestler that wants to take that extra step. I want to inspire them. I want to help them any way that I can. I've been here in the States for a long time, and then Germany before. And I'm still in contact with everyone back in Portugal, all the up and comers. Like, I am very supportive of all of them. I wish them all the success. Anything that I can do to help them, I will. I want to be that person. I want to be the person that people in Portugal that are starting to like wrestling training or watching wrestling to be like, oh, we want to follow her footsteps. But I also want to help them. It's not just like I want to be an inspiration. No, I want to be an inspiration and also legitimately help out in any way that I can, because we do need that support, and I feel like that will be my legacy. It's to help out anyone that wants to be helped. That's my number one goal.
We saw the match, a Hard to Kill. The result is not what you were expecting, but your opponents were not as well who you were expecting.
No.
We saw DK. Everything changed. The aura, the charisma, the lightning, the scenario, everything was something completely different for what you prepared. Was that the reason for the result, or were they just better that night?
No, that was definitely the reason. Because first off, we didn't expect to have a match, and then we didn't expect the K to come back from the undead realm. We had absolutely no idea, so we were a little bit shaken to the core on that one. But you know what? A loss is just an opportunity to learn, and MK Ultra learns from their mistakes, and we will definitely recapture those titles, because come on now, those red straps, they look perfect on MK Ultra. We will get those titles back.
I need to talk about the viral spot for sure. Killer Kelly crawling to Rosemary, and out of freaking nowhere, this dead zombie of a human or monster, a demon personified, stand up all the way back and push Killer Kelly to the mat. You're not used to be in disadvantage. What was going through your mind at that exact moment?
As you can see by my face, I wasn't expecting that at all. That was crazy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my my Killer Kelly thing, get into people's heads. And she was just like, hell no, nothing affects me. And then she did that. As you could see, I almost broke my knees. I was all the way back to the mat. It was crazy. And I also didn't expect it to go viral as it did. I checked yesterday, and of course, Nick Nemeth's surprise debut got over 1 million views. But the second most watched video was that with more than 500,000. It is crazy.
Which means that what you're doing as an athlete and as a performer, it's working.
Yes.
Everyone is supporting it. If you allow me, I'm
Yeah.
going to say something very quick in Spanish. Y es que este viernes y sábado, TNA va a estar regresando a Orlando, Florida, señoras y señores. Osceola Heritage Park. Ay, hay mucho boricua, hay mucho mexicano, mucho colombiano, hay mucho latino que se debería dar la vuelta ese día. Hay mucho compañero de Brasil también que aman la lucha libre. Mucho latino por allí suelto. Dense la oportunidad. Tiene en su mejor momento. Los boletos están ahora mismo a la venta en Ticketmaster. Solamente tienes que hacer clic aquí a la parte de abajo y te va a llevar directamente. Pero están disponibles en Ticketmaster. Eso es este sábado y este domingo. Osceola Heritage Park, Orlando, Florida. Y TNA también regresa este jueves, papá. 8 de la noche. Access TV. Vimos grandes luchas que ya han sido anunciadas. No se lo pueden perder. Nick Nemeth tiene un mensaje especial ese día. 8 de la noche del este. TNA por Access TV y por la suscripción de YouTube Insiders. No se lo pueden perder por nada del mundo, créanme, vale la pena. El producto está en su punto más caliente. You possibly understood 80% or 100% of what I said.
I know, I understood everything.
The proximity from Portugal to Spain, it's just brilliant. But I think you spoke Spanish a little bit, correct?
Just a little bit, but I don't like embarrassing myself.
What was the first word that you recall you learned in Spanish and why? Usually we learn the bad words first.
Oh my God, I have absolutely no idea, since like my family is from like the north of Portugal. So we are literally like across from Spain. So we have this thing called Portuñol. It's the mix of Portuguese with Spanish. So probably something like I have no idea. Like I've known since I was a kid how to understand Spanish and how to speak the Portuñol.
Portuñol is a thing, and it was very popular for sure there. Kelly, I just wanted to thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute honor. For time purposes, I'll have one more question. What can we expect from you, from Masha Slamovich, from MK Ultra, two top international talents all around the world that are going to be performing this Friday and Saturday at Orlando, Osceola Heritage Park? Tickets available on Ticketmaster. What's the message for all the Latino fans out there so they can come into Osceola Heritage Park and be a part of history in the making, which is TNA's first show in a lot of time in Orlando?
Well, MK Ultra will show another side of viciousness, and to all the Latinos, we're gonna bring some Latino heat because MK Ultra is all about the heat.
Kelly, an absolute honor to have you. I know you guys are gonna recover your titles soon. Wishing you success in everything you propose, and let's wrap this up, pero en español. Esta fue Killer Kelly y Michael Morales Torres para Lucha Libre Online y El Calce, porque en español nadie lo hace mejor. Será hasta la próxima.